Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the opening bell. What's hot on the open right now here at MarketStream.live? I'm Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group. Securities offered by MoneyBlock. Markets are firmly to the upside, and I mean firmly and universally. The 10-year note is up about two basis points, about 0.2%. The 30-year is up about 0.6%. You also have the Dow Jones up about 4.5% at 19,811. You have the Russell 2000 up 0.5% at 1,379.80 cents. You have the Nasdaq up 0.4% at 4886.50, and you have the S&P 500 up 0.4% at 2259.25 cents. So you see the markets firmly up, and the overnight action, we pointed out that we had the Asian markets finishing pretty solidly, either flat or in the green, especially with Japan leading the way. And then you have Europe right now across the board in the green early in the session. So we have some positive momentum going into this Fed meeting that starts this morning and will come with an announcement tomorrow on Wednesday. Now, taking a look at what's hot on the open, Budweiser is on the move, up about 1.5%. They're going to divest the Central and Eastern European entities from the SABMiller deal. It looks like Japanese beer maker Asahi is going to be buying all of those entities for about 7.3 billion euros. So very interesting action in Budweiser to the upside, unloading some of its Central and Eastern European components that they had acquired in the SABMiller deal. Also taking a look in the EU, financial names, as we reported this morning at 8:30 Eastern Time in the overnight action, have been to the upside. Most notable, Deutsche Bank up 2.7% right now in Germany. Credit Suisse up 1.3%. You have Barclays up 1.1% and HSBC up 1%. That's on news that it looks like the largest bank in Italy will get some recapitalization help. They announced that UniCredit is going to be raising about 13 billion euros, and they're going to be laying off about 14,000 individuals over the next 2 years to strengthen up their balance sheet. But you can see that financial names in front of the Fed announcement here, and just basically with the fact that yields have just been off the charts over the last month in both global and domestic bonds here in the United States. Now, taking a look at the energy sector, there are a few select oil and gas names that I want to point out that are on the move and very hot this morning. Crude markets continue to move to the upside right around that 51.50 mark right now here in the States. Looking at Noble Energy, ticker symbol NE up 2.5%. Chesapeake, nat gas, it just came off its basically highs that we haven't seen in about 52 weeks. CHK trading up 2% this morning. Transocean RIG, RIG, up 1.7%. And you also have ExxonMobil up 0.7%. Also, what's notable here is it looks like ExxonMobil's CEO Triller is going to be named the candidate for Secretary of State. So we're going to watch that news very closely and see how it impacts ExxonMobil. Other news that we're seeing, there was a notable headline that came off right before we came online today. The Japanese upper house has approved a gaming bill. That immediately had stocks here in the States that deal with casinos and gaming. Las Vegas stands up 2.1%. MGM Grand up 1.9%, as well as a few other names, MPEL being the most notable Universal gaming name, also moving to the upside on this news. We're also seeing what's on the move in the open is Boeing. They announced that they are going to increase their quarterly dividend to $1.42 a share. That's from $1.09. They're also going to replace its existing repurchasing share program with a $14 billion program. That's been authorized right now. Stocks up at Boeing at 1.5%. Also, we're seeing some stocks on the move after some analyst comments. We see that Occidental Petroleum is upgraded from equal weight to equal weight at Morgan Stanley. O is up about 0.8%. You're also seeing FedEx up about 0.6%. they were initiated with an overweight at JP Morgan. We are seeing some negative action, though, in a few notable names. GNC is down 2.9%. They were downgraded to underweight from equal weight at Barclays. We're also seeing Viacom, VIAB, down 1%. They were also downgraded to underperform at RBC Capital. ALXN, down by about 0.8%. This pharmaceutical name was downgraded to equal weight from overweight at Morgan Stanley. And finally, Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO, down about 0.7%, downgraded to a hold from a buy at Deutsche Bank. So that's what's hot right now on the opening bell. What we'll do is that we'll be back at 1:30 Eastern time, and we are going to do strategy now. We're going to take a look at the hot strategies that are being deployed right now in the markets. There is a lot of cyclical shifts. People are pairing up all of their risk right now in front of what the Fed announcement could potentially be tomorrow, also with all the movements in the Treasury markets, both here in the United States and globally. A lot going on. So keep an eye on MarketStream.live. Till then, have a great trading day, and we will see you at 1:30 Eastern time for Strategy Now. Take care.